Hey, what's up everybody? So today we're working on getting the linear actuator set up on the bucket. And I've done a little bit of pre-work, I've done a lot of pre-work on this. So I've got the linear actuators hooked up and I've got the angled pieces that will hold on to the bucket so I can get a nice stable platform. So let me show you here. So here I've got my linear actuator hooked up. I've got I think it's like a 2.5 inch or a 3 inch self-tapping screw holding this to the pole here, and then I've got these little arms right here that I welded up. I got this little diagonal brace on it, and then I also welded it to the bucket itself. I noticed that without this little weld right here, these were flexing a huge amount because there's just not enough support that I can give it to for this bottom right here. So I welded them both like that. I got the welds right here. This one's still hot, so I'm not going to touch it. So I welded on the inside. I welded the little angle. I've got weld on both sides of the support brace right here, top and bottom. And then I've got a self-tapping screw holding both of these sides in. So I've got a pretty nice setup right here. Let me see if I can put you guys back up here and show you what it's doing right now. Alright. So I don't have anything to really hold weight on this right now, but as you can see, I probably got, we'll call that 50 or 60 pounds right there, and I'm actually lifting it all the way up, and you can tell that the oops, sorry, the weight's being weird. So if you're watching these little angled posts, they flex a little bit, and then they just stop moving and they hold the weight. So I'm hoping when I put, 2, maybe 300 pounds in here, that these will hold that weight and not bend too much, so I'm not putting a weird angle on these linear actuators. But so far, the only thing I have to do to get the rest of this set up is get my connection for the winch set up right here, and figure out how I want to do all of that. But made some really good progress. I guess here, let me show you guys how the linear actuators move right here. So hook up this one. So I'm using a Wagyu connector, and I'm just connecting both sides to the same leg on this this two-way winch. I'm not even sure switch. So I've got, oh, it's not good for the power. Sorry. So I've got the little battery power right here. Hook this up. So I've got down, which is going to be moving these inward, which is lifting the bucket up even more. And then I've got up, this is up, which is tilting the bucket down. That's an easy thing. It's probably just because I've got the power reversed on here. But as you can see, these aren't moving all of that much, and it's moving the bucket a ton, which is kind of why I wanted these high angle points right here. I actually want to see if it'll lift the entire thing off the ground using the bucket. So not bad at all right there, right guys? I got to give it a little bit of support to actually do what it's trying to do, but for what I'm trying to do with just moving a little bit of dirt and some mulch and stuff, this will be more than perfect. So I might need to adjust the linear actuators further down more, so I can get more of a tilt forward and backwards. But so far, this is working out beautifully. The only concern I might have is making sure that this actually fits where it's supposed to fit. One of these motors is kind of not in the right direction that I would like it. Easy to flip over. I just gotta pull the pin and put it back in, flip it and put it back in. But overall, design works perfectly right now. So the next thing is I'm gonna weld on the little hook for the winch, in as close to the center as I can. So that way when the winch is lifting up, it's It's going to try and put even load on both of the linear actuators so I don't have any weirdness. So I'll go ahead and find that little D-ring or ring that I'm going to use for this, and then I'll be right back, okay? Alright guys, so here's my progress report. I've got the winch temporarily mounted to the side of the lawnmower. I've got my little pulley that's going to support all of the weight of the winching power set up. It needs a lot more support, but it's a good start. Everything's looking good. Nothing's looking like it's gonna hit. It looks pretty good. Well, relative. So here's where the winch is gonna mount. Eventually, I'm gonna run this probably somewhere up here for my hand controls. This button's going to be mounted either on this side over here or this side over here, maybe somewhere in the center, depends on where the wires fit. So this is looking good. The center support beam right here, the center pivot is so the frame runs right about here and right about here-ish. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I have any U-bolts and U-bolt this down through the deck into the frame on both sides, so that this guy doesn't move. And then I've got this little pivot arm right here. That'll be, where I'm pulling the bucket up and down from. I've got it bolted to the frame right here, which is working beautifully. But the problem is when I'm winching on this just pulls backwards. So what I need to do is build. I'm kind of torn on how I want to do this. So I'm either going to build something that goes all the way across to the other side to hold it in place, or I'm not sure. Like I could just like weld this to the little exhaust manifold protector right here. That would stop a lot of motion, actually. Too bad the metal's super thin, so I don't really want to hit anything with it. This needs to get, okay, cool, that does come up. So I could weld it to here, or what I can try and do is add a brace or something that goes diagonally back to over here somewhere, to stop that from going forward or backwards. I kind of think that's my best bet, but I don't know, I'm kind of torn. I want to try and make it take up as little space as possible, just in case I have to do anything with this motor. Or if I feel like doing anything with this motor. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do to support that yet, but I'll sleep on it tonight. Maybe tomorrow I'll work on it, maybe tomorrow I won't. We'll see. But, that's my little update. So we've got the bucket finished, we've got the winch semi-mounted, we have the linear actuators mounted. These fun little guys right here. They're actually holding up pretty good too. And then, yeah, so we really do not have much left. It's just supporting this main pulley tower, and then getting the this main pivot point actually secured, and that's it. Then I can go test it. I'm probably going to have to either add a second battery or something else to back here. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to have to do for that. I know I'm definitely going to add a ton of weight back here, because if I'm lifting up, 200-300 pounds up here, it's going to start pivoting backward, or if I'm pulling it up, it might just start lifting this back end up. So I'm not sure. Again, that's whenever I start using it, we'll see what happens. But until then, I hope you guys take care, and I hope you like this video.